Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the stream. I am Eppia. Yes, that's right. It is 8 a.m. on a Friday day. And, again, I am going to be heading to bed very early tonight, so I will not be doing my standard stream. Because FanFest is tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. Central Time. Hooray! And I have some stuff that is going to be, I'm going to potentially be doing around 11. So, oh, she has potted plants out here now. That's nice. So, I'm going to be ending at 11, but I wanted to stream regardless. So here we are, and I did look it up. This is not the correct file. I did look it up, and if you do say different things, your companions' rare outfits will indeed change, as you have just seen. That file was me testing things out, so Balara, who threw away the archive, got that kind of attire, but if she kept it like I went with on this one, she got the archivist male, which is more elven themed. God dang, she's got a butt. I did see what Harding's was instead of this one, and I have to say, I'm glad I went with this one. It's essentially that one armor set where it looks like I'm naked, but I'm not, and except black and red. I did see the one that's different for her. It's okay. I definitely prefer this one. Honestly, I'd rather she still have her hat, though. Yeah, finished Tash, Davern, Emmerich, Lucanus. So we have this. We have this. Oh, 1 second. Yep, coworker is still coming over to help me do some weeding. So we could do, we'll finish up Balara. In terms of storyline, hey, guess what? Another archdemon showed up for Elgardon. It's forgot his name for a second. I almost called him that one dickwad. Which,
Nev,
let's be fair.
I just wanted to say what you did back in Arlethan. Thank you.
Accurate.
Really, you're a good friend. A really, really good friend.
You helped me as much as I helped you. But you're welcome.
I never had a sister, but, well, you're one to me. And that means a lot.
Trying to pull the heartstrings means a lot to me too, Belle. And right back at you.
She's also a good girlfriend.
Enna Bellinaris. From the form, we bring forth the eternal. Thanks, Rook, for coming. I don't think I could have done this alone.
What are we doing?
We're a team. We stick together, no matter what.
Still, I appreciate it. Anyways, we need to light 3 more braziers. Each one represents an aspect of the self. It's close to what we've always done. The Dalish, I mean. But the ancient elves used Veilfire to show our connection to the Fade. Or so the archive tells me anyways. I think it's what Syrian would have wanted.
I know it's hard, but you can do this.
I already buried him once. At least this time, it's for real. Let's head to the first brazier. Okay, the first brazier should be ahead somewhere.
How far?
However far it needs to be, I guess. Wonder what else we'll find. On the archive, I mean.
Could be anything, really. It didn't sound too choosy.
Not choosy, but rude. And very, very stubborn.
Ooh. Definitely good for an electric boat. Olay.
Belara,
Hey, Irilyn.
look, if you need to talk, let me know. I don't want our history to make things awkward, and I'm still your friend, you know? Anyways, time to light the first brazier.
A third we grant to the stars, to speak your life to the firmament. Am I doing this right? I don't know. The archive wasn't much help. It told me the words, but words are only part of it. Rituals aren't just about what you say, it's why and how you say it.
Reclaiming the past was never going to be easy. But you have to start somewhere. Why not here?
Syrian made it sound so simple. Learn the past and then live it. But so much is different. Who we are now is as important as who we were. I just wish it were easier. Okay, let's head to the next brazier.
It's unusual to see all these obstacles in the way of a funeral. Death's hard to deal with, though, no matter where you come from.
Each obstacle's supposed to represent grief and moving past it, literally. But yeah, it's a little weird. Probably. Syrian would have laughed at it. Okay, on to the next brazier.
So what do you think is out there?
I don't know. Could be anything, really. That's kind of the magic. Nev, what are you doing here?
Well, you know I show up for you, Belle. They'd only let one of us come, though. The rest send their regards, especially Emmerich.
I'm just... Wow. Thank you, Nev. And everyone else.
Hey, as long as I'm around, you've got family. All right, go on and light the brazier.
A third we grant to the sea, to carry you to distant shores. Syrian always wanted to see what was across the ocean. Not Parvalan, I mean really across the other parts of the world. I wonder if the Evanurus ever left Thetis.
I mean, judging from all the lore and whatnot, it sounds like they just straight up created Thetis, so...
Maybe when all this is over, we'll find a boat and go see what's out there.
Maybe things went differently, you know, somewhere else. Without the Exalted Marches, without Tevinter, what does that even look like? Maybe better, or maybe not, but different? More of us alive? And probably free? Okay, on to the next one. Okay, one more brazier to go. I'd hoped that the archive might change, now that Honoris is gone, I mean.
I'm guessing it didn't?
It called me a witless fool 3 times when it was teaching me about ancient elven funerals.
Not so much, then.
I had to threaten to send it into an active volcano.
So why are there people waiting after the obstacles? I thought Dalish clans planted trees for their funerals.
This is what we've always done, that I remember, anyway. Well, we didn't use ancient magic before. First time I went to a funeral was for my grandmother. I was 7, had to climb through a bunch of fallen trees. By the time I got to the end, I was dirty and tired and sad, but not as sad as I thought I'd be. So I guess it worked. At least a little bit.
Nice drive.
Balara, I'm sorry about Syrian.
Thanks, Strife. I'm glad you're here.
He was one of us, even if he never officially joined.
He died protecting Arlathan, even knowing the cost.
Saving the world. Seems like it might run in the family. Time to light the last brazier.
I like Strive's voice. I like Irland's voice too.
And a third we return to the infinite, to find their way to the sanctum of the eternal. And that's it. The words we used to say. According to the archive, at least. It's close to what we say now. Not the same, but nearly. And it's what he would have wanted.
Think you'll be okay?
I didn't think I would be, but I'm okay. Not amazing, not great, but okay. We found it. That connection. What Syrian and I were looking for. When he came back, it hurt again. Worse, almost. But this time, I got to say goodbye. And now I have to live my life. That's all I can do, for either of us.
Making it from one day to the next is pretty tough some days. But we do it. And it's enough.
Right. One foot in front of the other.
And soon you'll be walking out the door.
I don't know what our people's future looks like. But now they know their past. And they have a future. I hope you've found peace. Wherever you are now. Dareth, Shural, and Ha Belanaris. Syria, I love you. I thought I'd let go of Syrian the first time. I didn't. Not really. This time, I don't know. I still don't know if I will.
You never do. Funny, the things that wake you up years after you think they're gone.
I'm at peace with it. Real peace this time. So even if I carry it with me, it's lighter now. Maybe I'm not making sense. Am I making sense?
More than you think.
Yeah.
Okay, so the plan is basically to sneak around, find Hezenkos's lantern, and smash it. That's quite a crowd over in the manor.
Johanna's gathering. If she's mingling there, we'll be spotted. Fortunately, we have someone who could pass as a servant.
Manfred, can you pour fancy wine and nod? Send him in.
Right, Manfred. You're to find Johanna's guests and help us gather information on where her workshop might be. We'll be watching in case anything occurs.
Something's going to occur.
Once we find and destroy Johanna's lantern, we'll end whatever she's planning. Hopefully before she introduces the lantern to her guests.
There should be enough time for Manfred to blend in as a servant.
Let's find a place inside to observe him, quietly.
Right. Let's find another way in.
Johanna's last guests must already be in attendance.
There's a lot of people here.
Hesenkos must be planning to drain their souls with her lantern.
What's her next trick?
Raise more undead, I'd wager. But no ordinary revival would require such a massive store of magic.
Sounds like the party's in that main hall where we confronted Hesenkos.
Perfect. We can watch Manfred discreetly from the balconies.
And see if Hesenkos has that lantern on her.
Ow. Sorry if I'm not super chatty. I did not sleep all that great last night. I am very tired. I see Manfred.
There's Manfred. And Johanna.
But no lantern.
Now, you were saying about a shrine in the manor.
Yes, a shrine revealed by a spectral tome, which, as an expert, I could read if our host ever lets me into the library.
An ancestral shrine? I could question the deceased there about the location of Johanna's lantern.
Well, if the book can lead us to the shrine, let's hit the library.
I'm just waiting for our host's grand announcement.
My invitation?
The library's to the east, right? Where we closed Hesenkos' portal into the Fade.
Something brought her back to the mansion. But what?
Johanna must have a workshop hidden here. Likely where she's prepared whatever she plans to empower with this lantern.
Undead, when they aren't friendly.
Johanna's creatures, we must deal with them quickly.
Got things ready.
I'd expected Johanna to post more guards.
Maybe she didn't want to scare her guests. Let's see if we can find that book pointing to the ancestral shrine. Nothing about a shrine here.
And what's a romance doing under geography?
That is weird.
This isn't it?
Ah, a handsomely bound volume, but no.
about this?
Found it.
Book just snarled at me.
Ah, there's our spectral tome. Well done.
It's not opening.
One must be delicate. That guest of Johanna's claimed to be an expert in spectral literature.
And was interested in the shrine. Let's have Manfred hand him the book, see what he says.
That book just snarled at me. Wow.
Were you waiting for us? Manfred, take this tome to the man asking about the shrine, please.
Don't worry. We'll watch from the balcony.
What's this? The Spectral Guide to Blackthorn Manor? There now. I only want to look up one thing. Ah, there is an ancestral shrine in the northwest wing.
Perfect. Let's go to the shrine.
Yes, the deceased there should be most helpful in finding Johanna's lantern. This way to the shrine.
I haven't seen this many stuffy mages in one place since, well, Minrathus.
Some necromancer celebrations are considered the height of Navarra's social season, Nev.
And I'm sure Morn Watch parties are up there.
Well, you'll just have to attend one yourself.
Ooh, I'll need a new hat.
Can I be your +1, Nev?
The shrine's locked.
We must find a... Manfred?
What's he got there? Is this a key to the shrine?
Excellent, Manfred.
Manfred, MVP.
Oh my. A body from the house of the Verheims, prepared during the Storm Age.
Well, anyone can see that.
We'll have to inter it safely in the necropolis. Afterwards.
Time to find Hezenkos. He's all yours, Emmerich.
By flame and seal. By light and flood. Open your eyes once more.
Who dares disturb?
Friends to the dead.
Friends, this one was abandoned. Lost.
Henrik, it's getting noisy.
He's unusually obstinate. Speak! Where is Hesenkos?
Prove yourselves. What claim have you to the deceased?
Hello.
A willing dead companion. This one concedes. Hesenkos makes a thing that should not be.
Well, Manfred just speaks. Yes.
Look there.
Rook, did you hear that? Manfred just...
I know. Also, we should move.
Oh, he can talk. Manfred, say something else. Come now, you just spoke.
We have to go.
Yes, yes.
That those ice stamp. Yep.
More undead.
Johanna's work. On the right track.
There's that red tapestry. This wall looks... Secret door.
Manfred, could you please squeeze through and open the door from the other side? Aha! I knew I didn't imagine him speaking.
How can Manfred talk now?
He began as a wisp that embodied what most wisps do, curiosity. I knew he was learning quickly outside the necropolis, but this level of complexity is remarkable.
Well, Fred's always been remarkable. Could have told you that.
Oh, you must tell him so afterwards. Good work, Manfred.
Hope this leads to where Hesenkos is keeping that lantern.
I can only imagine what she's planning to use it for.
Essence Vortex. Heals you for 1 health per rage spent. Abilities now cost plus 50 rage to activate. 30% ability damage. It's interesting because my rage doesn't, or my abilities don't cost rage. They're on cooldowns. Because of this. This gives me 0 ability damage. So my ability damage, bonus ability damage is 115%. Now my ability damage is 145%.
This must lead to Johanna's workshop.
What's that through the wall?
Oh my word!
Well, that's... She's not going for subtle.
I thought you and your little friends might worm your way into my party, Karen.
Johanna, even half-lich, you can't control something this massive.
Ha! Such little baby!
That glow on the skeleton up there. That's Hesenkos' lantern.
She's going to use the life stored in it to reanimate that monstrosity. Quickly, we must reach the lantern.
Get this Mass Effect 2 vibes here. Flesh rotten paste. Charming.
This is a revenge list.
Johanna was never one to refuse a long and complex grudge.
People from the party. You.
Unsurprising?
Manfred.
How dare she?
Me! That's right, you Manfred. Must protect their child. Ish. The best boy. Oh!
Seeing why Hezenkos failed that Lich morality test.
We must get to that lantern.
That's a sentence. The Lich morality test.
Unbelievable! Johanna's stolen a chamber from the Grand Necropolis and transposed it under Blackthorn Manor.
That magic should be impossible, so of course we've run into it.
The Necropolis's walls here are still intact. No wonder we couldn't sense what she's been creating.
Don't think I can't sense your
Oh, I wish Manfred had stayed above.
Fine. We'll handle this. Can you release that ladder?
Thank you, Manfred. Now find somewhere safe.
There's the lantern. You're gonna free the spirits inside.
We must, before we can destroy it.
Like back when you were freeing those spirits Hezen got trapped in the manor. That took a lot out of you.
I must try, Rook.
Emmerich!
There are too many trapped spirits. I'm sorry. I can't. Another lash of power might end me.
Coward!
What's that, Volkaren? Afraid to chance death for your precious spirits? For all your fine words on the subject, only I had the courage to risk my life for our art.
I'll be back, Chad. I gotta use the bathroom and get a new bottle of water. I'm back. Ah, too bad you survived.
Shame you lived through it.
Petty words birthed from fear.
Johanna! Listen to me! You're right! I've never overcome fear of that final dark. I miss having a friend that could.
Yes. Always the idealist.
I'm sorry Lichdom failed you. I swear I would have helped you had you come to me. But puppeting this creature...
Puppet? Puppet? Do you think I'm staying a failed lich? I won't command my greatest creation! I will become it! Scoffing colleagues, interfering Templars, inept rivals. You all have a place in my heart. And tonight you will fuel my ascension at the cost of your miserable lives.
You said it, Manfred.
You think you can stop me? Once I get rid of you, I will merge with my greatest work and conquer this city!
Emmerich, can she do that?
Yes! She's attempting full possession with the life of the people here!
We need to stop Hesychos long enough to destroy that lantern.
With that much light inside it, the backlash could...
We don't have a choice.
Once I... destroy you wretches, my union with my creation will be complete! I can't believe you brought your ridiculous pet skeleton with you!
His name is Manfred!
And he is lovely!
Weren't you persistent? Fine! I'll go down there myself!
About time.
Silence!
I've got the setup for the rest.
I'll crush you myself if I must. Touching that you brought your new friends to die with you, Veilguard. I'll be sure to bury you all in the same tomb!
Break the lantern.
You think I'd leave myself vulnerable to you? Enough playing! Your pointless lives will fuel my triumph.
Think we should move. She's draining life from us. We must find shelter.
Right. You can't free the spirits in that lantern.
It might kill me and not even work. No living thing can approach it and... Manfred! Come back!
Go, Manfred!
Any last words, Veilguard, before I...
Manfred!
You miserable little...
Manfred!
Go, 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 go!
Kick her ass, Emmerich.
By the spirits bound here, night and shadow, light and blood.
What are you doing?
Let your chains loosen. Let the fade draw close.
You'll never succeed, you old fool!
I release you to the air.
No! You small-minded!
Emmerich, how's Manfred holding together?
We must go to the necropolis. His body could only take so much. But I underestimated him, Rook. What bravery in the heart of the dead. And how he grew. Manfred disobeyed me beautifully. He was his own soul at the end.
Can you bring him back?
I will ask.
Emmerich Veilguard. You were not expected so soon.
Do I say hi?
Did it just get colder?
You're in no danger, Rook. He's come to hear my plea. My lord, I come regarding Manfred, my fallen companion.
Yes, there are ways to return his spirit. But should you do this, Lichdom falls from your grasp.
What? Why?
Lichdom is long. If I'm to stand outside death, I must make peace with others passing through it.
What would we otherwise become? How many exceptions till tyranny? Revive him and remain mortal. Or let him slumber and join us.
Emmerich.
Manfred chose to help us. Am I too weak to accept his well-earned rest? I yearn for Lichdom, Rook, but leap into something greater, that everlasting light. Do I revive him and live out my days? Or do I honor death by letting him rest and protect this world through immortality?
Manfred went out like a boss, man. Let him rest.
Emmerich, Lichdom is your life's work. Your dream.
I imagined I knew its price. If I haven't even the strength to accept Manfred's sacrifice, I would outlive you all, Rook.
Would you still remember us?
Always. Kept alive in Lichtam's immortal memory. Death's swift touch, held back for all time.
If you really want to go beyond death, I think you have what you need to let all of us rest.
And peace shall follow. You're right. After I make my farewells, I will undergo the last rites of Lichtam. And Rook, thank you.
I don't know about the concept of liches in a Dragon Age setting. Well, because I'm kind of D&D pilled when it comes to liches, and liches are usually not good.
Emmerich probably has to prepare before becoming a lich. I should see how he's doing.
Tash, I was not expecting them to. I'm okay with it.
Hey, Davrin. We gotta talk about Solus's magic memory thing.
What?
We're a spirit.
Because I'm not.
I thought we were friends. Is that because people might call me a demon? Because I'm from Ravain. We're okay with spirits.
But apparently not with listening. I am not a spirit.
Hey, you don't have to be ashamed of who you are.
Never said I was. But thank you, Tosh.
Tash, go home, you're drunk. Probably are.
Why is it so cold in?
Greetings.
Hi, Vorgoth.
Rook, you remember Vorgoth? We were discussing some preparations for my lichdom.
I shall be with you until the end.
They sound supportive.
Vorgoth is doing me a great favor.
Good. Not going to ask what, but good.
I've so much to do. Crafting a glamour, for example. After lichdom, I'll need an illusion of my mortal appearance for polite company.
Good call.
I've told Harding about the ritual. I'll inform the others afterwards. Rook, would you accompany me during the final rites as witness to my lichdom?
Of course.
Thank you. When you have time, I'll send word to the necropolis.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about the whole lich thing in Thetis. Oh, new quest. definitely something I would probably ask David Guider. The only issue is that I don't think he has explicitly stated he does not want to play this game. So I guess for him, the liches do not exist. And you know what? Fair.
We have found new hauntings. They must be dealt with.
Prepare yourselves.
Nice. Wow. Paint of parasites. That doesn't sound great, guys.
Farewell.
We've traced several disappearances to an unusual possession.
It seeks fear. Cut it down. How go your inquiries?
Well, thank you. I've secured my attendance at the Sword of Draken at the Royal Theatre tomorrow night.
What's this lichdom rite actually like?
I must pass through the gates and meet the oldest forces in the necropolis. A final appraisal of my soul.
Hail the living! Emmerich Volkaren and his chosen witness, Rock, the challenger who has rebuked the cruel elven gods.
Collect yourselves for the right.
I'm afraid this is as far as you're permitted. If anything should perchance go wrong, what things we've already seen. Thank you for taking me on, Rook.
It's been weird, but good.
Can't say things haven't been strange with you around, but it's been fun.
My next adventure. Wish me luck.
You've got it. Come back mostly normal.
I am come to be judged by the dead.
Alright, buddy?
I see so much more clearly now. The deeper eddies of the Fade, the pulse of the necropolis. I have been through blood and darkness, and I have emerged into light.
Face is gonna take a little getting used to, but if you're happy, I'm happy.
I feel so much myself. There are vistas before me, and each presents a lifetime's joyful work. All thanks to a friend who helped me find a clear and steady heart.
I kinda wish he'd stay that way instead of a glamour.
Thank you for coming, everyone. Please, bear with me. This will be rather difficult to explain.
Oh, Tash is gonna hate this.
I may appear the same as always, as I stand before you, but I've recently undergone a ritual that...
I thought you'd have a skull face. Like a skeleton.
It must be his glamour. It's really something, Professor. I can't sense you're a lich at all.
Harding?
Oh, no. Was becoming a lich a secret?
So, the lich stuff is true, and you crossed that line.
A lich? Look at Emmerich. Flesh and blood and everything.
He looks pale.
He always looks pale.
He always looks
I have questions.
You needn't speak about me as if I'm not here.
Just tell me you'll keep your skin on.
That's not how it...
I should take notes.
Look, why don't we just start from the beginning?
Are you satisfied? Yes, I have entered lichdom, and I am not an abomination, or a demon, or a disconsolate spirit. I have become something more. And yet I am still fully possessed of myself.
So you are a skeleton. Got it.
Thanks, Tash. Oh, a very powerful skeleton.
I wouldn't have helped Emmerich if I didn't trust him to...
Thank you, Rook. But please, allow me.
I definitely
I'd like
prefer...
to think
I
some
do
of
like
us
his lich
have become
form, not gonna lie.
friends. I value that more than you might know. But I am changed, and I would never cause you distress by staying where I'm no longer welcomed.
You're no weirder than you were before.
You're still you, no matter what you look like.
You all... Really?
I think you'll be fine.
Okay, now, question time.
Death's Caress. Ooh. Let's see. That's nice. What? Philippe, it appears in your dreams. Should I be concerned? Also, this has definitely got to be Vorgoth. The man speaks in all caps. He must write in all caps. Alright, let's see Emmeric's new duds. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I can actually change the abilities. Quite literally, undying friendship. God, I gotta say though, this looks so much better than his alternate attire, I won't lie. Like, if I romance Emmerich, then yeah, I don't want him to be a lich. I want him to live out his days with his romantic partner. But this... yeah, this outfit rocks. Second best. Eh. Alright. Yes. Thing with Bellara.
Docktown's safe at last.
For another day at least. A week if we're lucky.
There's the old Nev, expecting trouble.
I'm never disappointed.
And never unemployed.
But stopping Aelia, we did good.
Savor it. A hunt that ends well is rare enough.
Oh, Rook, you're here. Good. I had a question for my story.
Sure. What kind of question?
Oh, well, a personal one, I guess. Maybe not. Never mind.
Come on. I'm curious now.
Okay, I'll try. I'm gonna do this. So I'm having fun. It's different, but neat. And the fighting bits are going well. So's the romance, mostly.
You've got fighting and romance. What more do you need?
Well, lots of things, really. A plot, pacing, that sort of thing. But most of that's going okay so far.
So what did you want to ask then?
God, pacing.
It's my hero. I know who they are, what they look like, all of that. But I can't figure out the why.
Why what?
Why they do it. Risk it all. Save the world. Well, you're a hero. I mean, a real one.
Well, not yet.
So why are you doing all this?
It just kinda happened.
You know, I haven't really thought about it much. I guess I saw something that needed doing, and I just kept going.
I wish I could be like that. Facing danger, caution to the wind.
But that's pretty much exactly what you do. All the time.
Sure, because I have to. And I'm scared the whole time.
Everyone's scared sometimes. It's what you do with the fear that counts. Facing it, fighting through it. That's what a hero does.
I guess so. It's hard to think of it that way. We are going up against a god. Multiple gods, actually. That feels heroic.
Yeah, I mean, we technically
to me,
took down
at least.
one
and we're saving
and a
the
half.
world.
Not a lot of people can say that. Couple of dozen at most.
Hero frozen.
Never thought I'd be one of them. But maybe let's
Inquisitor
wait
sneezes.
to celebrate. until it's over.
Hawk just shrugs.
Anyways, I should get back to it. Writing. Thanks, Rook. That helped. A lot.
You know, actually, speaking of Hawk, going the Randy Dowager Quarterly. Speaking of Hawk, I've come to the realization, it's like, you know how Varric said that Hawk asked him not to tell where she went if people were looking for her, and Cassandra wanted Hawk to be the Inquisitor instead of Harlock in this case? Well, I think my Hawk would have turned her down simply because of all the stuff that happened in Kirkwall. Because if you think about it, Hawk left Lothering during the beginnings of the Blight. I think the 5th Blight. During her travels, depending on which class you take, she loses a sibling. If she's not mage, she loses her brother. If she's a mage, she loses her sister. And when she gets to Kirkwall, she's like, hey, we don't have anything to our name after all. Our uncle is essentially a drunk loser. Granted, he did let them stay for over a year till we got back on our feet, stole the deed to our house back, paid off our debts by working for some smugglers. So, Gamlen is indeed a jerk, but he did come through in a ways, and he still loved his sister. He was definitely bitter, but he still loved her. Because if he didn't love her, he wouldn't have been panicked when she disappeared. But yeah, so we're looking at the events. Due to the events and choices and Hawk's companions, all of the stuff that happened due to that, she would not have been would have been an Inquisitor. She was just like, I made choices, they felt like they were all the wrong choices. I've lost so much, I don't want to go through this again. So she came back because Corypheus was sealed by her father and the Grey Wardens. But if it wasn't Corypheus, she probably would have just stayed away. So, canonically, for my canon, Hawk, after the events of Kirkwall, she left. And decided to just live alone in the wilderness. And she only came back because Varric asked her to, and due to Corypheus coming back. But yeah, DA2 was an awful, awful time for Hawk. Depending on your choices, you could lose both siblings. And then her mom was kidnapped by a serial killer, killed, and then her head was sewn onto a amalgamation of corpses to turn into essentially a Frankenstein monster. Only her dog was there for her, same with Barnum and Sandal. Which is really interesting if you think about it timeline-wise, because those two were usually with the hero for Holden. Bodum, I think his name was. Like, she was very attached to that dwarf. after her mom died. I feel like he definitely would have traveled with her for a bit, and since he's like most likely long dead now, she definitely 100% attended his funeral and probably took it Sandal in. Oh man, now I'm coming up with a story. Behold my thought process, everybody. I take an idea, I think it out, and then I run with it. I don't need AI. I run off of pure imagination and tiredness. And causing trauma to my characters. And then we just look at our companions. Isabella essentially left. She felt betrayed. It wasn't full-blown betrayal in her eyes, but she did feel betrayed. It feels more like Isabella was responsible for the entire Kunari situation, and she just left Hawk to just deal with it. And Hawk did the best that she could. Just kind of failing, sadly. She thought she could be a better Viscount, and she failed at that with the whole Templar Mage war erupting with Meredith and Orsino. The fact that a companion of hers, Anders, is the one who blew up the Chantry in Kirkwall and killed him by her hand because she felt like she had to take responsibility for it. Meryl falling a prey to a demon despite constantly telling her to not do the thing she was doing, and Meryl's just like, no, it's all good. It has no reason to lie to me. So she was just like really mad and frustrated at herself because she felt like she did the best she could, but also felt like she didn't do enough to stop her. Fenris, she thought she could be friends with, but apparently it just wasn't meant to be due to her actions and the fact that she was very attached to Bethany, her sister. And Fenris is just too far gone, so when he betrayed her and she had to put him down, that left a very impression to her. Honestly, Varric and Aveline are the only two people that Hawk trusts. So we do Davrin or Tash? So, yeah. Varric, Aveline, Bardem, and Sandal are probably the...
Have you heard the rumour about a new Venatori spot somewhere uptown?
Four people that Harding... Sorry, not Harding. That Marion Hawk trusts and loves like family.
You spend far too much time here, Dorian.
Hi, Dorian!
This is where all my favorite people are. Besides, I have news, and every messenger bird I've met is dreadful at nuance.
What's the problem with Magister Parvus being here?
He's our eyes and ears in the Magisterium. He needs to keep suspicion off him.
Yes, yes, I know. Can't be spotted with the shadow dragons. You worry too much, May.
Well, what do you have for us?
The cult lost people in Alathan, and leadership has fallen to Knight Commander Lenos. He aims to bring the city to its knees.
But Minrathous is already falling apart.
I know. While the Varantis' attack on the city could have been much worse, the people's fear in the aftermath is palpable.
And the rumors about the Archon are true. He's dead. Assassinated during the Dragon's rampage. The palace has tried to keep the news from spreading until a new Archon steps up.
And no one has?
No one dares. Not with the Venatori circling like vultures. The risen gods are preparing for something big. And for that, they need fear. Chaos.
More chaos.
More fear. More chaos. Haven't the Venatori done enough?
Restraint is not exactly their strong point, Rook. Lenos is the key to all of it. First, we stop what he's planning for Minrathous.
And then we find out what the gods are preparing for.
Let's hope it stays that simple. One of Lenos' Venatori associates is often at the Cobbled Swan. Let's see what we can get from him.
We? Dorian, you can't be going yourself.
It's the Swan. Everyone goes to the Swan.
I'll head out right now.
But yeah, that's where my hawk stands.
We really need to figure out the God's big plan. Dorian thinks Knight Commander Lenos is part of it. So let's track him down first.
Take a look.
So with that, honestly, I guess it would kind of make sense why my hawk would stay in the Fade. Now, the reason why I say my hawk stayed in the Fade is simple because the lighthouse is in the Fade. And we got glamored equipment that is based on the Champion of Kirkwall. Champion of Kirkwall armor. So my thought is that
touch the treasure.
The choice that the Veilguard is running from is that Hawk stayed in the Fade to fight the Nightmare Demon.
Well, anyway. So, Hezenkos, a weight off your conscience.
Oh, a great relief. That plan of hers to scourge Navarra.
A real charmer.
And Aelia? Is she a weight off yours?
It's getting there.
So, yeah, because we found the Kirkwall Champion armor as a fashion piece in this game, I feel like the devs definitely went with the Hawk sacrificed themselves to the Nightmare Demon for the Inquisitor to escape routes. Which
you came in
sucks,
one morning and her
but
desk was just
empty.
Thinking about it, all the stuff that happened in 2, I feel like
Prices
Hawk
are not negotiable. Do not taunt the monster beneath the floorboards. But we do accept returns.
And that's why Hawk did what she did. Essentially to quote unquotes atone for all the mistakes that happened in DA2. I'm sorry, I've been really struggling trying to articulate it into words, and I've just not been doing a good job of it. But again, I would prefer Hawk to just abandon Stroud, because Stroud's just kind of like there from DA2. If Alistair wasn't a Grey Warden. But I can see her sacrificing herself to atone. I get 10% more gold on pickup. Getting electric necrotic rings sounds good, even though I'm not really using them.
I'd only ever read about Minrathous before traveling with you. Very few books mention the sheer inequalities one sees on its streets.
I'm not surprised. You probably got a sanitized version.
We probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long.
So yeah, DA2 is basically the tale of Hawk's failures. It's literally bad flashback to video game.
There's Dorian.
Inquisitor.
There's
Hawk's
Lenos's
best
associate.
friend.
According to the shadows watching him, he's nervous and doesn't talk much, but does odd jobs for coin. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off, you check his belongings, see if you can discover any clues about Lenos's plan.
Mostly gone.
Nev has
Oh,
a stealth leg.
I don't even know what this is. Ale? Looks like he's been nursing it a while.
What I mean by that is because she has a metal leg. That's why you hear the clicking behind us on stone and whatnot. So I wonder if she's like tailing someone. She just switches it off with a more softer, quieter leg. That would probably explain the prosthetic leg she has in her room that looks more like a boot instead of what she currently has.
The bedroll. It's definitely seen better days. And it's damp. Sleeping out in the rain.
She's like Juan Cabrillo. For those who don't understand the reference, Juan Cabrillo is the protagonist of the book series called The Organ Files by Clive Cussard. He is essentially a mercenary for hire with his mercenary group that called The Corporation, I believe, who are based on a extremely retrofitted, customized old logging ship called the Oregon. And it's Oregon instead of Oregon. And in the book Floodtide from the Dirt Pit Chronicles, this is when he was first introduced, his leg was blown off. So he has separate legs that do certain things, like his smuggler's leg has a hidden cavity inside so you can smuggle things in, because no one has ever figured out to check that yet. Amazing. His tactical leg that's got like a gun built in just to be on the safe side. Some other types of legs. I think one had like a parachute inside. Yeah. It's real fun. Good book series. Definitely recommend. Especially if you like good old fashioned action adventure series. The Dirt Pit Chronicles are also very good. Unfortunately, Clive Cussler has been dead for several years now. The last couple of books was basically written by his friend and his son Dirk Cussler, so they were kind of transitioning to that anyways due to his age. But I believe the final book recently released, and that's essentially the end of all of the Clive Cussler series, which is sad, but it makes sense. He's definitely one of my favorite authors. The Pneumophiles of Kurt Austin aren't really all that my cup of tea. The Fargo series aren't bad. Husband and wife called Sam and Raimi Fargo. There's also the Isaac Bell series, which deals with a detective around like the 1900s known as Isaac Bell, and the first book in that series called The Chase. Honestly, best chase scene. Fantastic. Amazing. Well done. God, love that chase scene. If there's a chase scene that I would love to do in my D&D games, it's that one. But it's a bit hard to pull off because it starts out with Isaac Bell racing to, I believe, San Francisco in a souped up, not quite race car, but race car for that time period. And it was happening during the San Francisco earthquake. And the bad guy he was chasing got on a train, so Isaac Bell followed on a different train, and it was very good. You had to take my word for it, unless you go read it. I highly recommend reading it. The Dirt Pit Chronicles were basically the first foray into writing for Clive Cussler, with the Mediterranean Caper and Pacific Vortex, and he did the book Rise of the Titanic, which was really good. It's turned into a movie, apparently, that was not so good. He did Sahara, which was really good, which also turned into a movie, which was not good. It is a decent action adventure film, but if you read the book before or after it, you will hate it. He likes fiddling with history and making alternate history lines, which I personally enjoy quite a bit. One book that I really liked was Shockwave. I did a book report for that in junior high. That was fun. My mom had Inca Gold for like the longest of times. I wasn't allowed to read it because I was too young. I read it, I was like, oh! This is probably more of the reason why I wasn't allowed to read it. There was some nudie bits in it. Good book. Definitely recommend. Oh, yeah. I really did enjoy his writings. I definitely really need to read, but most of the time when I get home, I'm just so tired. I just want to not put in too much effort, so I just browse stuff on my computer, watch videos on YouTube, play Pokemon, just decompress from a long work day, and weekends come around. It's just people want me to do various things for them. I say no, but I wind up doing it anyways. Like, I love my mom, and I love my stepdad, and I love their cats. But I'm not too thrilled with the fact that on Labor Day weekend, where I'm planning to visit the Fossil Museum, and I had to get up really early. I told them that I was not going to be taking care of the cats, and they were like, "So what time are you leaving?" And I says like probably around 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning, and they're like, "Oh, so you could just swing by and feed the cats and then just come back on your way up." I'm like, what part of me not wanting to take care of your cats did you not understand? So, more or less, I don't want to, but I'll do it. They do help me out quite a bit, so it's only right that I repay the favor. I don't like it, but I'll do it. Kind of like this week where I have to take care of their cats again. It's not that it's difficult, it's quite easy. I just don't like the fact that I have to stop what I'm doing and go do it. That's really the biggest issue. It just interrupts my day. Blessing and a curse when you live close by to your parents. Oh, that ain't good.
Half-eaten stale bread, water flask, muddy socks, and this map. Minratha's targets. That doesn't sound good.
I would say, should we just let Tevinter burn? But this is the girlfriend's home, and we love her, so we did fight quite a bit
what are you
for
poking
it.
about in there for?
The others are bartenders, but I'm the mixologist. I don't serve drinks. I build libations. Let me know if you want anything. All right.
Wow, it's very pretentious.
Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Carthus. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city.
You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
Wow, they weren't getting headed there immediately.
Trouble over there.
God, I love that move.
Now there's a nice drop.
A solid blow.
Do not fail the gods.
Is everyone intact?
Yeah, mostly. And to think that I came close to just buying that. That means I can get the rare version. Or epic version. Salt and acid. Oh, that sounds like a terrible combination. I know what that is. Of smoke. Yeah, this game's vistas are gorgeous.
Something tore through these gates. Something big.
Lamp over Dark Spawn. This sounds so short. It said Dark Spawn, so I'm assuming ogres because they're the biggest. Non-legendary.
Watch out! I bet this dark spawn was what tore through the gates.
Aren't you want to watch?
Dev, you can watch me in, Dave.
Woo! I'm coming like a wrecking
More blight in the way. That did it. We can get through now.
There's quite a few of them. We're taking fire!
And look who comes through. Shot from a distance.
Get parried!
An excellent hit, Brooke!
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
At least a dozen people have been lost trying to map this place. But I've mentioned that.
A little bit earlier, but okay, thank you.
That's enough. Look for another blight boil.
Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing. We got it. Way should be clear.
Shadow dragons! How did you find this place? Venator, come in! Do you think you can stop the Venatori? The risen gods?
I won't give up the city to them, or to you.
The Shadow Dragons brought nothing but chaos to the city!
At least we're not trying to fight it.
Thank you! That's one less corrupt Templar in the palace.
Can't say he'll be missed.
Let's look around, see what we find.
Wasn't he like at the beginning of the game with the threads and whatnot? Probably. It's been several hours since then, I don't remember very well.
The Risen God's ritual. That's what the gods in the Venatori are preparing for.
Oh boy.
These star charts predict an eclipse to make magic stronger.
The celestial alignment of an eclipse would only increase the power of the ritual the gods are preparing for. That must be the plan.
So after Elgernon's heck up in Arlathan, it seems they're recruiting more soldiers to replenish the ranks and potentially trying to wait for an eclipse to do a super important ritual. Does so much more damage. Like 29 points more damage. But I do like how the stats on my current weapon work. Damage it is.
Lanos' documents. They detail the Venatori's long-term plans and what they want to do to Tevinter. All this, the ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans, we have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
The Shadow Dragons will be pleased to learn of what transpired here.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as Tevinter as blood magic and hubris.
Yep.
Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means? This is power, May. Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You, on the throne? Dorian,
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
Sounds like someone's got a plan.
Goodness, you make me sound absolutely nefarious. I love it. But yes, if the Venatori can scheme, so can we.
But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I prefer to use it to rally the people. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see the real justice served. Prove that from now on, we work for them.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten the Lucerni? I no longer trust that political machine will work in our favor. No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react. A more forceful approach. Destroy them and their networks utterly.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you learned in the South? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No, we have to do this in the open. Show the people of Tevinter that we're here for them.
We're shadow dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what we need.
May, the Imperium's politics burned you once and you still...
Enough. We're not the only ones who have a stake in this. Rook, you have been instrumental in all this. Which strategy do you prefer?
Yeah, definitely can't do that. Dorian going for the Swift Crush is kind of interesting considering how he was back in Inquisition, but I could see him say, we tried doing it this way, that Maevaris is saying. It didn't work. So we'll try a different way instead. I understand Maevaris because she's basically saying that if we do it like the Magisters that we're throwing out the same, then we're just no more better than they are. Man, it's been a while since I've read that comic about Maevaris. Or at least the one that had Maevaris in it.
What sort of change are you trying to achieve?
For a start, slavery. Abhorrent. It needs to go no more.
And Tevinter has been ruled by the Altus Mages for all of its history. That must change. The Zoparati, non-mages, deserve a say in their own governance.
And all that's just the beginning of what will undoubtedly be a long journey.
Shouldn't you be on the same side?
We are on the same side. We both know what Tevinter needs. How best to get it, that's the question.
If we went with Dorian's plan, I'd support it fully. But we won't, because he'll come around and realize that I'm right.
And I'd absolutely back you up on that, if you were right, which you aren't.
We'll see.
Will we?
Oh my God. I love these two. So it's like, it doesn't matter who we choose, they'll back the other person up fully, 100%. It's just that we have two different ways of going about it, and we each understand the goods and the bads, so we need a third party to pick for us. Oh, goody.
Maevaris, you really believe making this evidence public will work?
Dorian wants to work behind the scenes, but once again, it's the Magisters and Highbloods pulling the Imperium's strings. That doesn't inspire. It's a tactic used by our enemies. We need to show Tevinter that we can be different.
Unless they find some way to bury it? Or leverage their wealth, power, and status as they often have before?
Politics is a long game. If we use force against our enemies, our allies will remember it.
Valid point. Very valid points. There's also the fact that it could potentially cause a massive riot, but we're not going to deal with that at the moment.
Dorian, are you really suggesting violent revolution?
Not necessarily. Sometimes a mere threat of violence is sufficient.
He learned that from his friends in the South. I hear Ferelden settled a succession crisis with a duel.
It worked. Astoundingly.
We're not Ferelden.
I'm merely saying we need to
Technically,
consider
that will
bold and
happen
creative
either way.
methods of achieving our ends. The game is rigged. Why play by rules crooked magisters already exploit? Clear the board and start over. If they're gone, we can fill the magisterium with those who respect the office. Then we'll actually see progress.
There's really nothing for me to think about because I don't have any other option besides this. Like I said, they both have very valid points. I'm kind of leaning towards Maevaris. Dorian's concerns are perfectly normal and understandable. Dorian, I feel like, is probably the issue. I feel like there are Maevaris being concerned about Dorian's plans, the fact that they'll basically be no better than the people they're trying to oust out of power already, and that's true. So they want to be shown that, hey, the new rulers will be different. There's also the fact that there's not really a 100% guarantee that the people who will come into power will be better. So I agree with the board wipe clean idea analogy, but I feel like we should combine them. Not to mention, if we put people in power, we'll probably be puppeteers.
You want me to choose who will be Archon, but I'm not even from here.
Nev, what do you think?
Then talk to the ones who are. See what they say. Asher and Tarquin, Nev, Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable with whatever course we take.
All right.
I like that.
I'll go do that.
Here, we have two plans. Plan A and Plan B. What would you like more? I appreciate that, Maevaris.
Grand news about Lenos. One less crooked Templar in town.
We killed your boss. He deserved it.
Lenos got what he deserved.
Makes you smile, doesn't it? Drinks for everyone.
Lenos made my life miserable. Rana's too.
I hear he started out different. Maybe he once cared about something other than gold. But I didn't know that, Lenos. And I'm not going to mourn the one I did. Still, I'll thank the bastard for writing everything down. And delivering it to us all neat.
Dorian and Maevaris still have to decide what to do with everything we got from Lenos.
I just don't know enough about Tevinter to know what's best for its people.
I suspect this decision will determine Tevinter's path for years to come.
Then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't stop to talk when you find a hole in the enemy's defenses.
Dorian is a brash rebel.
And Maevaris too much of a romantic.
I think the people will appreciate Maevaris returning as the leader they've always wanted to see.
No. They'll appreciate their lives actually changing for the better.
Exactly.
What do you think might happen, depending on who leads?
With May, she gets power back again. Gets one more shot at changing Tevinter from the top down. Worst that could happen is nothing. But that's what you risk when all you rely on is hope. But with Dorian...
We could get chaos, strife. Things might get harder before they get easier. If they get easier.
I'll take my chances.
You're not making this easier, guys.
This is not helping. At all.
If I'd known you wanted help, I wouldn't have said anything.
Quinn.
What? Opinions are cheap. Sometimes you just have to go where you go.
I have faith, Rook.
Still not helpful.
Tarquin, that's a good advice. Like, opinions are cheap. Sometimes you just gotta go with your gut. Alright, Nev. What are your thoughts? We had a whole arc about you protecting Docktown from either the shadows or out in the light.
What do you think?
Lenos is gone. We got information about the Venatori's plans, the god's ritual. I'd call that a good day.
God, you're
I meant about Maevaris and Dorian. We all want change. Who will be more effective in getting it?
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
You know me. I'm trouble. But more than that, it's your city. Your Tevinter. And I care about what you think.
Sweet talker.
Yes, I am.
Maevaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated and ruthless when she needs to be. Dorian Parvis is a wild card. Flashy and inventive, he'll keep his enemies on their toes. But if you're asking me, I'd go with Maevaris. She'll inspire people, show them that the Magisterium can be better than it is. Right now, after the gods and everything else, that's what this city needs. What we all need.
Thanks, Nev. That helps.
That's what I'm here for.
Can Kincaid just kiss you? I like that her coming out into the light to protect Dr. Town wanted it to be better in her arc. Made her lean towards the Maevaris. So that means that if we went the shadow route with the threads, she probably would have gone with Dorian instead. I hate to say, I love you, Dorian. You are amazing. You are Harlock's best friend. But I might have to go with Maevaris on this.
A full quarter of the Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee to these risen old gods just for a taste of more power. Can they not see they're only tools for the gods? So they can destroy the world?
Demanding intelligence, rationality, and self-awareness from our peers. You ask too much, Maevaris.
Look at me, such a fool.
Ah, it's Rook. You spoke with the others.
What do you think? Who should be leading the charge from here on?
What happens after it's decided who'll lead?
Well, Lenos is gone, the cult's numbers are down, and they're scrambling to prepare for the god's ritual. They'll be distracted. It's a perfect opportunity to get our preparations in order.
All plans contingent on surviving the current disaster, of course.
Maevaris should lead.
I will not squander the opportunity. That is my promise to you all.
And May will have my full support, of course. For when enemies get in our way.
They will. It is to winter, after all.
The risen gods are still causing chaos. The people will need your voice to keep them fighting.
Oh, they will fight. This city has strength enough to stand against any so-called gods. We will win the day, and after that, we will win a brighter Tevinter for all of us.
Soul is a city.
I'll be traveling for a little bit.
Reach up there for me?
Right away.
Heard about that damned Knight Commander. Good riddance.
Yay! Final rank! For the Shadow Dragons! Woohoo! Imperium's Resolve. 40% resistance to fire, cold, necrotic, and electric. 55% maximum resistance to fire, cold, necrotic, and electric. You can no longer deal fire, cold, necrotic, or electric damage. Wait, that's fine. Shadow's Grasp with all my heart. I think. Maybe. How much is this? God, that actually took all my stuff and I didn't realize that. Oops.
Come back anytime.
Wow, my woodworker's mallet is the only one that is common. But I think that's like the one that I started out with, so I guess that makes sense. Ooh. I like this. Wow. Minus 1000% bonus damage to with cold, electric, fire, and necrotic. They were not kidding when they said, no, we don't want you dealing any kind of elemental damage with this set. What if I get my resistances to 100%? I'll just effectively nullify everything. Ooh. I like that. Ooh, I like that. Boy, this is Hawk's Champion of Kirkwall armor set from DA2. DA2 was fun. Really enjoyed it. Good game. I'm okay with what I currently got. Alrighty. I need more for this, but I can't get through the door for some reason. No idea when I can get that unlocked. Sure, to Hossberg Wetlands. Crows aren't too bad, but it just doesn't matter because we just don't have a store for them. Lords of Fortune, I'm honestly impressed I managed to even get that far. Morning Watch, doing pretty good. Shadow Dragons and Veil Jumpers are done. Grave Wardens are close to being done. Got 600 more points. 500 for Morning Watch. Almost 600 for the Lords of Fortune. Which I ain't going to lie, the Lords of Fortune faction is honestly probably the hardest to level up. Thanks, game. I mean, I could go back to Docktown and check out what... Zin has.
You think what she was researching?
It's the reason she disappeared.
Now remember, tell all your friends they are unworthy of setting foot within the Black Emporium.
You hear that, chat? You guys are unworthy to set foot in the Black Emporium. So saith Zinin the Antiquarian. Yeah, it's nice. The stuff that I was thinking about buying here, I just found, so no longer have to buy them. And the epics turn into legendaries. Dragon Bile, Ancient Lines. Dragon Bile! I'll be back, chat. I got to use the bathroom. Sorry about that. We're on our way to the Hospital wetlands. I still can't get into that chest.
There. It's a haunting.
Scarecrow.
Tell me what you need. Clear the area. Watch behind you. Over on the left.
Charlie, who's yours? Well, that was.
Oh god, that
Though
was
not out of place for the wetlands.
We stopped.
annoyingly tough.
The story of that thing will live here much longer.
Cast upgraded. Yeah, that fight was annoying.
Lichdom suits Emmerich.
He wears the crown well.
We got rid of a haunting in the Hossberg wetlands.
Welcome news.
It will stalk the innocent no longer.
A malignant spirit has attached itself to an inanimate object.
It has already taken lives.
Dispose of it before it strikes again. I've heard another landscape has been added to your collection.
It grows. Prepare well.
Oh, sick. We're almost at the max. Able to get the maximum amount of points to rank up, but we'll need money. Alright, chat. It is 10:53, and I have something happening at 11, so I'm going to call it here for tonight. Today. Oops. So, thank you all for coming. Greatly appreciated. For the YouTube people, feel free to like and subscribe. If not, that's okay. It should be fine. Yeah, it's fine.